Hi again. I just thought I might show you how to make your very own bluebirds so you can play some rhyming games with them as well. You'll just need a few bits and pieces. I'm going to lay you down and show you what we'll need. We will need one piece of scrap paper. Doesn't even need to be a big piece, just about that size. We will need some blue pens, but if you want to do a different coloured bird, that's fine too. You will need some scissors and you will need some sticky tape. Okay, it's quite an easy one really. We're going to draw 2 feathers. Now we need to have somewhere to attach it to our fingers, so we're going to give us a nice piece of neck and then a nice rounded piece with a pointy end and another rounded piece with a pointy end. Looks a little bit like an eye. Now down the middle of every feather, just like down the middle of your back, there's something that keeps it straight and strong. It's called the spine of the feather. You have a spine in your back too. The other thing that the feathers have are lines that come out like this. These are more for you to be able to cut them a little bit later. And we're drawing them in like that. Now we're going to do some colouring with a different coloured pen. We're going to practice our directions though. Our spine's going to be straight and strong, nice long straight and strong lines all the way down. Now I'd like you to colour it in on an angle or the diagonal across like this. Doesn't matter if you don't go all the way to the end, just between your cutting lines. It looks more and more like a feather every stroke I take. After you've coloured in your feather, it's a bit of a job, but after you've coloured it in, you'll have something that looks a little bit like this. And your next job will be to cut out your feather. Now feather cutting isn't too hard. You should be able to if you go slow and steady all the way around the outside of your colouring in. Both sides. All the way down. Now we are going to do some cutting in to give the feather a little bit of shape. We do need to remember that if we cut across the middle, remember the spine is the middle, if we cut further than that, we might cut our feather in half, and we really don't want to do that. So we're just doing like little chip cuts like that. Can you see how I am stopping at the spine? We're being very careful to protect that spine. It keeps our feather straight and strong. Have a look at that. Now you've got some feathery bits. And down the other side, cutting them very carefully, stopping before the spine. Now if you don't feel like doing this chip-in little cutting, you don't need to do that. It's totally up to you. And now I have got something that looks a little bit like a bird feather. But for it to be our bird, for our little story, I'm going to have to sticky tape it to my pointer finger. I'm going to sticky tape it to the nail, just like this. I'll have to hold it very strangely with another hand. You might be able to ask Mum or Dad or whoever's home with you today to do that. I'm going to wrap that sticky tape around here and down this way and down this way. Can you see how I've crossed it over? Excellent. And if you look at it, I now have one of my little bluebirds. I'm going to make the other one and then come back and do some singing with you. Bye.